There it is.
Yeah, okay, yeah, looks like it's in the green. I'm gonna assume Twitch hiccup there and just like shat the bed and just like severed my connection, I guess.
Honestly, if the stream's just gonna like cut like the VOD because of a frame drop, then like an hour and a half is a pretty opportune time for that to happen.
Yeah.
Makes that part pretty manageable.
Yeah, it is. It does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm glad there was enough time to pass to make it work. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I got no problem with it. But yeah, no, it seems like everything is nice and handled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me just throw down a refresh if you haven't. It looks like we're back.
Oh yeah, let me tell them to refresh. Oh, okay, you got it.
Yeah, I made sure to put it down. Okay. We're just going to continue now. Okay, I'm glad hopefully the stream doesn't do that again.
Yeah. We accidentally advanced the dialogue while we were off, but we only went one screen, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's just Phoenix going, got you, loser.
And then, what do you mean?
At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week they announced the winning numbers on a $500,000 lottery ticket.
Oui, that must be la show Monsieur Elk was listening to.
I can't see any problem with the testimony, Mr. Wright. I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct?
Oui. I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it's that time because I had just finished serving the lunch menu. Get to the point, Wright, if you have one.
That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m., and it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It's on the air at 1:30. Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time.
No!
This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum. Catching a show that was already over. Pogging out for no reason at the table. There is only one conclusion you could draw from these facts. That the victim was an imposter, acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs in Trebian that day. The real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer. And the phony Glen Elg acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to the witness. It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy?
Objection!
Quite a performance, Trite. You were almost on a roll.
Okay, how exactly are you gonna fucking counter this?
But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song.
What is this, Music Theory 101?
Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Glen Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain, then, where the real Glen Elg is?
I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, at that time, the real Glen Elg was already dead. That's certainly the obvious conclusion.
Objection!
Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say.
What?
Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours? Can you explain where the missing corpse went to?
The missing corpse?
According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim?
The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question.
Nuh-uh.
The fuck you mean? Nuh-uh, this is my court. Shut up. I'll hammer you. Now where did the killer hide the body? Don't save your way out of this. Yes, Your Honor.
No conjecture, Troy. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
Evidence?
What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden?
I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead.
This guy's good.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. L concealed? What the fuck would you put that? I'm trying to remember how the interior of the Trevian looked. Clearly ain't throwing him in the fucking trash. I'm gonna say it's still inside Trevian. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Trevian. Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. The exact location where the body was concealed inside Trevian. Well, I mean, obviously you need to keep it away from people's vision. You put it in the kitchen.
They put it behind the register.
He's in the pot! I see.
Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Come on, Mr. Trite, back that ass up. Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location?
Oh, it's doing a little crispy crackle.
Oh, it's a crack. Okay, hold on. Got that for you. Photo with a scene taken from near the kitchen. Okay, where am I negative on the answer that? I would say the only thing that would connect it to the kitchen is this bottle. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle?
No. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use the very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright? Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen at Trevian.
Quoi? But I only use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils.
But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication. Oh, what kind of medication? I'm
Ass
sure.
medication.
Preparation H, Your Honor. But no, seriously, I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? Mr. L visited an otolaryngological clinic and was given medication that day. Otolaryngological. Okay.
I think it's laryngological. It's either that or laryngological, which either one could be correct, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say go sounds better. Otolaryngological. Yeah. Otolaryngological. Yeah.
I don't even know.
He visited a clinic and was given medication that day.
You can't be serious.
The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle matched the prescription of that was given to Mr. Elg. Glenn Elg's murder hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
Mon Dieu!
Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back.
No!
Order! Order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenn Elg?
Never! I could not do such an horrible thing.
What the
No, I don't even know how on earth I'm supposed to read that.
Right? Shit. Mr. Godot.
Is it more like a no like that? I don't know.
I would imagine so, just like no.
But that's so out of character for him.
Yeah. Then again, he is kind of hell bent on, getting against Wright, so he's probably just pissed. Pissed drink. Yeah, thank you, Rosie. Welcome.
Hey, Rose.
How you doing?
The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules.
Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you had by now? I want to say this is number 6.
I have not been counting. Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Yo, coffee cup whipped?
Damn.
Keep cup whipping.
That's what happens in Starbucks, man.
Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your, my H-deficient friend?
Je vous demande pardon. Please, you must hear me out.
I love that line, H-deficient, because the H is silent in French.
It is a trap. Listen to me, por favor.
Oh, Spanish. Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong. And por favor is Spanish.
I think there's another part. If you present something wrong, if you present something incorrect at one of those things, the judge is like, I have no idea. Godot's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, and the judge is like, neither do I. And then the Armstrong's like, yo también. And I'm like,
holy shit, that's great.
I'm only gonna ask you once. Did you do it?
No, absolutely no.
Let's hear it. You've got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Right, Gramps?
Opportunity comes once in a lifetime, witness. The court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you. For your nuts. As does my gavel! And the bailiff!
No! Leave my nuts alone with that gavel. I will end up like the other Armstrong. One nut. Oui, it is clear.
What do they always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this. Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong.
It is true, I hid the body in my kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with it because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me.
I do believe that, yeah. He doesn't look like somebody capable of murder.
The biggest plot twist in this entire case is that he's actually really bad at French.
Oh, shit.
Travian is actually spelled wrong, by the way.
Oh my god.
The accent's facing the wrong way.
Oh my god. That's intentional. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. You were forced. By who?
I cannot say, or I would be erased.
Let's try a different question then. When Mr. L died, was he really the only person at his table?
There was. There was another man.
You know, I never realized, but the CD also appears out of nowhere too.
Yeah, because in Kudo's testimony, I don't think it was there.
Interesting.
So that's why when Elg is alone, they don't show it.
Oh, that's okay. That's big brain. I knew it.
Maggie was telling the truth. Yeah.
Yes, she was. You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright. There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy, and I gotta get him to tell us the name of the real killer. Okay. I'm assuming we can't just straight up put the name down. We're gonna have to like dance. We're gonna have to find something that's gonna help support that. The fact that he's not really saying anything doesn't really help in this situation. And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong?
You know, monsieur,
Yes?
surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment.
A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that.
And a bit too male.
Oh my.
Hey. That's
Maya,
not very nice.
Maya, that's a slap in the hand for you. I can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason. I'll just have to prove it. Okay. Yeah.
I can't believe this game came out the same year as Thousand Year Door, by the way.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, 2004.
Whew, damn. That's some interesting knowledge. Photo of the scene. Where is it? There you are. You have $500,000 debt, don't you? $500,000? It's just true, Mr. Armstrong.
Oh, oui, je suis désolé. I was weak and I borrowed la money.
Props to Phoenix for being the progressive one. Phoenix has his moments. I'd say the most progressive so far has been Godot. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you could have refused anything asked of you by this man. By this man. By this man. Also, what's the chorus?
Oh, it's a French movie.
Oh.
We gotta watch it together. It's very good.
Okay. Yeah. The only other French movie I could think of was the one called the dinner, or like the birthday. It's like the one where like the guy like is over there and he like just spills like the tea on like his dad, but being like like being the worst kind of person on earth, and then like it just like, yeah, it's one of those like very avant-garde films. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you.
Oh, oui, it is as you say.
Mr. Armstrong. Sorry, I was just answering a DM.
Oh, yeah, good.
La tiger, he told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body and the unconscious Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen.
I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre.
I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well?
No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable.
Mr. Godot, you will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that could be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow.
It's 30 minutes.
What?
The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more.
Hey, all right, Godot. How the...
Don't sit back and relax yet, trite. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. The trial could still go either way.
Oh, okay, so he's banking off of the gambit that this is all a lie, so he's just gonna drag him in here to make it happen. Okay.
Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Oh, Tigre. Well, that makes more sense. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess.
Or whatever the save jingle sounds like this. There it is.
Yeah. You know,
That's
this
pretty
was
accurate.
that one's also growing on me too. I actually am liking.
I still think JFA has a better one.
Yeah.
That
Up. Yeah. It is. But like this one, it took like maybe this case to me to be like, okay, I could see it being appealing. It's still not my favorite, but like it's like. Okay, let's do a quick BRB real quick, everybody. Just need a, like, I'd say we could probably take a small, like, 5-10 minute recess right now. Just so at least I can go get water refilled and everything and stuff, okay? But we're still going to continue this case. We're looking to finish this, so. Quick BRB, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just mute.
I'll keep him company. So yeah, how we doing, everybody? What's new, buckaroos? Oh, I see. There is no music playing on the loading screen. Fuckaroo von bitch tit. Let's go. Oh, he didn't hit the play. Okay. Okay, I got you. do 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 do. Yeah. High limit. How are you? Do 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 do. Do 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 da 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 do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sorry, there's no music. I don't know what to do.
You should sing. You should sing more. That's nice. Or do
Oh,
more.
here.
Yeah, I saw. I put the pieces together.
Mhm. Yeah, you forgot to hit play on the music, so I just decided to fill in the blank space.
It was wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I have to send you Adriana's cover of Godot's theme later.
Hmm.
And by later, probably, I mean by the end of the game.
I gave myself a moment just so at least I can have a bit of the dinner here as well. So I think you can take this moment to like talk about the situation where like
Yeah.
I could probably throw down some Phoenix Wright in the back though. I know there's a couple of like I can listen to that jazz one again. I finally have earned the right to listen to that jazz version. But yeah. It's kind of going about as much as I thought it would. Where it's like they used a lot of that free time to like set up the scene accordingly. So this is all like everything is fabricated right down to like the T, basically. The man is dead, but they had to put somebody as the fall guy, and the fall guy ended up becoming a Maggie. So I guess we're basically just kind of figuring out a lot more of the situation at this point.
You know, I guess this is as good a time as any to bring this up. There's a fun fact about this case. It was originally written to be it was originally in concept. It was going to be Injustice for All. So, an interesting fact about this case is because Edgeworth was originally the prosecutor for Justice for All. There's technically probably notes for how each of the three main prosecutors in the trilogy would have handled this case.
Oh, interesting.
I certainly would have loved to see Franziska and Kudo go at it.
That would have been cool. I feel like this was mentioned before with other cases too. Where like they just have those notes of what would have happened if they would handled it. Because I want to say you guys mentioned that with 2-4 as well, right?
I think, well, in that, it was mostly us kind of theorizing because Francisco was supposed to prosecute that case. So it's just kind of us theorizing how that would have gone.
Oh, okay. Fan theory. Okay, I thought it was also part of it.
Yeah, but I think this is the only case where they would actually have like potentially concepts for each prosecutor tackling the same case. Because like Francisco was only created because Edgeworth was too popular.
That sounds hilarious.
It's like they were just going to put Edgeworth back in for Justice for All, but they said nah.
We gotta give him a bit of credit. It's like I imagine making him on Phoenix's side is also part of the, like, that was their response rather than just being like, well, we don't know what else to do with him. If that makes sense. But I agree with that. Honestly, like, I was very invested in Miles, like, since the first game, so it's like, okay. I definitely like the direction they took then. But yeah, this jazz version is nice. Oh no, another raid interrupted my coffee. Hi Flagra, how you doing? Welcome to the raid. I should have helm gambled. Oops, damn, what is that? Should have helm gambled? Oh. Donkey Kong 64. That makes sense. Hideout helm gambled. That's what that's supposed to mean. Welcome in, Raiders. How you doing? Well, it's a good time you came in. We're definitely in the middle of a BRB. We just hit like we're about to get into the second part of, well, I guess they call this part 4-2 trial for episode 3. So you came in at such a very great time. If you would like some countermeasures, please put down a number from 1 to 4, Flagra, if you would like. But if you don't want to do one, that's completely fine. Not sure if Flarg actually had a raid message because I was tapped away, so here it is. I think I got it right. Yeah, you got it right, Coach. Fucking amazing. Perfect. Fantastic. Well, look at that. Another countermeasure 1. I'm like, should I at least do it, or should I... No, I gotta respect it.
Honor their choices.
Honor the choice. All right, countermeasure 1. There you go.
向かってくるのか逃げずにこのディオに近づいてくるのか近づかなきゃてめえをぶちのめせないんだほほうでは十分近づくがよい My vodka! I want my vodka! You dare challenge Megamind!
You didn't win!
And that's another raid, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys very much for joining in. If you don't know who I am the Max Super Mario. I like to do a lot of variety stuff, you know? Like, you know, Phoenix Wright, Final Fantasy. The game that came out last month. You know, all that great stuff. It's all that kind of variety stuff. I'm joined by Twilight King 432 over here, aka Twy.
Ayo.
They've been helping me do a bit of like the voices for this wonderful game because it is a visual novel. And if you've been trying to get yourself into Phoenix Wright, I will let you know right now we're in the 3rd game. This is the 3rd case, halfway. I think we're at the last part, I think. So feel free to, like, you know, if you've been trying to keep yourself away from spoilers, this is your warning because we're going to jump back into it like real quick. Oh, we still got 2 more minutes of that. Yeah, you know what? Let's just stop it for now because I think I'm good. I got my bit of small dinner in. You good as well, Toy?
Yeah, I'm always good.
All right. All novels are visual, David. You can't read them otherwise. Hey, yeah, you're right. Huh. It is kind of weird what they call it that then, huh?
Yeah.
Interactive novel. Let's say that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, because then you could turn the page. You know what? Never mind. We're doing we're having a very interesting audiobook where we do the audio.
Honestly, we're reading all. Yeah, we're reading all the dialogue, so this could be an audiobook for somebody who's tabbed out and lurking.
Yeah. Chapter 4-2 Trial.
2 hours later.
January 8th, 1:21 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 1. The atmosphere was filled with a interesting aroma of justice and sweat, and for some reason, copper. Dude, you have no idea how much I appreciate streamers reading the dialogue for this stuff. It's nice when you gotta do other stuff as a viewer. Yeah, I honestly do like it as well.
Yeah, it's fun.
And honestly, like having the opportunity to do this with like people jumping in as like voices as well, that's also a good time.
It's how we make our mark on the playthrough.
Mm-hmm. It also makes it a lot more memorable, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I know some people like they need the focus when they read, but for me it's like when you have to engage with it in a way like this, it's actually like I think it felt like it kind of imbue a bit more into the story a bit.
Also,
yeah. That's I mean as someone that really likes like really enjoys the acting aspect of it, yeah. I think this is a really fun way to tackle it.
For sure.
Yeah. So all right, let's continue on.
So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We've almost got this case won now, Nick.
Okay, yeah, everything's good. I wish I could agree.
Huh?
When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth.
You mean you think Mr. Armstrong was lying?
I don't know. But if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need. Oh shit. Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe!
What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair's standing on end.
It always does that.
Yeah, it always does that. Look, that's the part cutting the kettle black, little Miss Topknot.
It's not a top knot.
Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, all right?
I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I kind of get wound up. Ah!
No kidding.
You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything.
Well,
Hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you got an hour.
an hour? The trial would have reconvened by then.
But Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right?
True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You said you can get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour, yeah?
You bet!
In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? Oh, fuck. Hold on a minute.
Can you get the prints on my attorney's badge, please?
Get the prints on my ass. Covering the victim and Maggie's fingerprints, right? They got that. They have that. There's Maggie's fingerprints in that pocket. I'm guessing the only one that... really the only one we could do is the bottle. It's still unidentified. If you're going...
again?
Yeah. If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this?
Oh, hey. That's a small bottle I'll get back to you this morning, right?
Yeah. I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints on it belongs to.
Hey, sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me too.
Alright.
Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back.
This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess.
It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. The Zinyops from the Phoenixes.
Right, Maya. You got it. You said it.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Godot, did you find this Furio Tigre?
I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem.
3-cup job? Tamed him? The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on.
He's pretty lively. Be careful, he still bites.
Very well. Please show Mr. Tigray to the stand.
All right, I gotta do the deeper voice for this guy.
Have fun.
Yeah. You know, I just realized. Okay, so he actually is doing a lion sound, the tiger sound. Okay. Don't hide under the table, Maya. Unless there's room for me down there too.
Would you mind what you say to me? Nothing. I didn't say nothing. Honest.
Who could have guessed that fear would have induced the bad Brooklyn accent of the judge?
I didn't say nothing, honest.
I didn't say nothing, bro. I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky?
No, of course not. It was... the judge.
Your Honor? Oh dear, I'm seated. I dropped my pen. What on earth is it? My knee just coming out of proceedings as normal.
Ah, oh, that's it. We're doomed.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here?
There's no need to shout. We can all hear you.
What do you say?
There's no point struggling. You're caught in the snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that hauled you in.
Too cool.
Don't let him get the better of you, Nick.
Let's start with the basics.
Oh my God, Maya. Don't worry, Phoenix. She's hiding like right next to me. She's like hiding right behind me. There she is in the corner.
You know about the incident in question, correct?
Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, mask boy.
You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird?
Maggie who? I've got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas.
Oh, hold on. I gotta...
Of course! Oh, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please? Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Phoenix Wright. You's the one who set this up, didn't you? You's gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying?
Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today.
Get a grip, Nick.
God, shut up. Maya, shut up. Get out of there. The audacity, man.
I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in the office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash for the tender lender every single day.
Whales, is that true?
I know. Wales, we need a confirmation. We're gonna have to put you down as a witness.
You just want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. Last I found my pen. Very well then, Mr. Wright. You... What is it? Please, witness. If you can refrain from shouting like that. I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins.
Low life? Me?
Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000, and you's gonna borrow the cash from me.
That's one loan contract I refuse to sign.
I don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger.
Oh, I love a good spectator sport.
Just a minute. That's really not...
This witness is... How can I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours too.
Yeah, I could tell. It's got his fucking tongue out already and everything.
Salivating.
Salivating, man. He's a
Emperor
cannibal.
Ballblack's looking ass.
He's orange too, just like a bullback's.
Very well. I have no choice but to impose the penalty system here. You's better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. The court will now impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of witness testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can do it, Nick.
Come out from under there already, would you, Maya?
No.
Yes.
Nuh-uh.
The fuck you mean, nuh-uh? Okay, so this is definitely going to be a very important save at every point in time. Tied up with the business in December last year, spent all my time in the office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every single day. Man. Gotta know about this whales guy.
Well, if you needed money, you could just ask one of us. You didn't have to go to this guy.
Yeah, what's wrong, dude?
This thing, all you have to do is press him on something irrelevant and bam, $50,000.
Get real, Maya! How about you pay back the money then? Your allowance should cover it.
Hey, I'm no idiot, you know.
Well, I'm certainly not the one who thought the $50,000 was free money. Anyway, I need to work on this guy without pressing the testimony too hard.
But his testimony is pretty solid as it is.
I'd admit nothing jumps out to me as a contradiction. But I got to find an opening somewhere. Or at least, I need to make one. Okay. Well, let's find out about the business. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know.
You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is.
Sharp? Is he talking about Viola Cadaverini?
She writes everything in my schedule. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, so that's where I was. That seems like a rather sketchy schedule.
There he goes again. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So, now what? We can press harder? Oh, no, hold on. Yes, it did happen, so let's find out. Mr. Tigre,
What you want?
if you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
This is a dead end, right? And you know it. Remember the rules.
No! It's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately.
I agree.
The victim was killed on December 3rd. Where were you in the office that day, too?
Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats who wanted to do business with me.
Whales, cats, what the hell?
Oh my goodness, dude.
The whole fucking zoo.
I know. Next thing you know, he's gonna be talking about the fucking rabbits, man.
I'd never seen that young kid before. I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please.
Mr. Tigre, the court asked you to add that last statement to your testimony.
Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. Okay. So that was an important one. But can we tie it back?
Weenies.
The weenies. There we go. That's how we get this motherfucker.
I love weenies. I love that juicy meat.
Oh man, I just love it when it's in my mouth.
How does he say it specifically?
I love weenies. I can't get enough of that tender juiciness.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Ah, I thought that would be something. What do you think about this, Otter? Oh, damn it. I was hoping he'd just be under the desk. Just be like, I'm not sure I follow, so I can't see. You never saw that kid before. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong fucking thing. I'm so stupid. Hey, why not use the one that says meeting with Mr. Tigray? Fucking Mr. Tigray, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg, but it appears that Mr. Elg knew you.
What?
Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. And the date? December 3rd.
I refuse to believe how you could write that on that small ass little calendar.
Right? That doesn't look like it fit. What about me? What did I do? Oh, now you show up, Wells.
Mm-hmm.
We heard you've been pulling out loans to the fucking Tigray over here.
Yeah. Tigray said he's got whales lined up to borrow cash from Tender Lender every single day. So
Yeah.
borrowing cash from Tender Lender?
Yeah. You want to explain that? I hear you've been making a lot of business trips as of recent.
Mm-hmm.
It's written across the whole thing. Yeah. It's on the horse. I went to go pick up my food. At 1, my $50,000 meal. Oh my god. What money did you use to buy the food? Yes, Chad, please go ahead and interrogate while we handle this.
December 3rd. That's the day of the murder.
So, Mr. Tigray, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elk. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him.
Damn, assless. See that shit?
Yeah, no, that dude had nothing.
Not bad. You was actually not bad.
Sorry?
I was just messing with you to see how good you were.
You hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad.
That's one compliment I could do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth.
Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. You calling me a liar? Is that what you doing?
I ain't calling you a truther. So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth?
I said I'm dead serious. You's better believe that's the truth.
Ha! Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigray.
Oh, yes, would you mind indulging the court, witness?
He never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy.
Okay.
Okay.
I ain't no liar. I'd never met Glenn Elk. There was some lame guy with the name, though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, Tender Lender. I waited around for him, but he ain't ever showed. I ain't ever been to that Tribulations joint. You see her? I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up.
I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I gotta make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right? Ugh.
All right, let's see.
I ain't no liar.
Objection. Nuh-uh.
What the fuck you say to me? What the fuck you mean, nuh-uh?
Sorry, I've done that like 3 times. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
New material.
I'm good. I mean, at the very point, it's funny to respond quickly in a matter just like, oh shit, okay, how do I respond with this? Every time it's just okay. Who's saying it this time? The fuck you mean, nuh-uh?
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 I believe
Who was
it's-
that, Meekins?
I don't know. There's somebody. It's fucking Winston. I don't know. I believe El Tigre is a bottom, and he's got his nuts smacked unlawfully. Oh, believe me, Paper Star, we're
Hashtag lawful nut smacking.
lawful nut smacking. Feel free to somebody to write that down. Okay, never mind. Oh, there was some lame guy with that name though. Who the fuck is this person? That's very strange. According to the manager of the firm where the victim worked, December 3rd was the date he had to repay his loan. He wasn't due to discuss borrowing money, but repaying what he owed.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you's right. Whatever it was going down at the beginning of December.
So you did meet Mr. Elk then?
Hey, right. Yous might want to cool your jets a second. I set up a meeting with the guy.
Oh yeah.
At my office.
Have we taken the kitchen away yet? Yes. Armstrong's kitchen has in fact been taken away.
My pearl kitchen, it is gone.
We now need to get rid of Tigre's kitchen. He didn't show up.
What do you think, Trite? Let's see. How does a dead man get from a French restaurant to a loan shark's office?
And you yourself didn't go to Tribulations?
What are you trying to pin on me here, huh? Why don't you come down to my office? We can chat about this thing my way, yeah? I've got the best punching bag you've ever saw in there.
No need. I'm good, thanks.
Listen
Hey,
up.
Dish.
Oh hey, oh yeah. You know what? We've been responding to Dish. How you doing, Dish?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
It's been going nice. I hope your day has been going well as well, Dish. How did the dead man get from the French restaurant to the loan shark's office? He crossed the street. Hey-oh.
Listen up. I ain't got nothing more to say except this.
Oh, wait, hold on. We could just break this one right out of the water. I didn't even think about it. Never mind. I got sent a text to say open your windows because we finally hit a cooler part of the night. Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches?
Matches? What you talking about?
We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant.
What?
If you've really never been to Tribulations before, what was the book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk?
You've been snooping around in my stuff now too, wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me. Order! Order! Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Sorry, attorney, forgive me. I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But, okay, I was at the joint that day.
What?
But listen good, all right? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid.
Well, well.
Glug.
Looks like an order just came in for another testimony.
I'm this close to proving it was him. Oh, Phoenix, it's not gonna be this easy. It's definitely not gonna be this easy, my dude. He did meet Glenn Elg that day, and he did put poison in his coffee. He must have. My video is buffering up the camera side swipes, so now it looks like there's 3 identical poo brown flags on the left side. Oh my goodness.
I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. Well, there's a guy laid out all over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be. So I split. I heard the cop sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office.
Oh, that's pretty solid.
I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then.
What are your thoughts on 3-3 so far? This one has been a really this was a nice case. I'm very happy that I finally get some context on the Smack His Nuts guy and who he is and what he's supposed to be. I kind of figured with the hair he was going to be some sort of like imposter dude, but I didn't think it was going to get like this wild. Like,
I think my favorite thing about this case is that this case knows it's ridiculous and runs with it. Everything about this case is just absurd.
Yeah. I like it. It's very, I think this is very it sounds very stupid to say considering we're playing Ace Attorney, but it's very Ace Attorney core, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions.
No problem. Anytime Trite presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty.
Mr. Godot, that's my job.
Then do it. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict.
Why does everyone keep
Von
telling
Karma.
me
Yeah, that is a very Von Karma thing to say, huh?
I think he literally said, like, your role is to pronounce the defendant guilty.
Yeah, I want to say somebody said this verbatim though at some point, but shit,
Not exactly this, but it was close.
it was close.
So do it.
Yes, sir. This special express ain't cheap, right? Just so you know, since she's paying.
Oh man, doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? Okay, let's figure this bad boy out. So he was supposed to. I like how he's consistently lying, but he's so like, he's such a big impression. Like nobody's gonna give a shit. I opened the door to the joint. I saw one ugly scene. What did you see? Let's figure that one out. An ugly scene? What do you mean?
The witness has already told us, Trite, which makes that question irrelevant.
But what? Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I limit myself to 17 cups of coffee during a trial. That's my rule. You better limit the number of times you make a penalty, Trite. Or your guts will look like the inside of a chimney. Ashen.
Don't make me burn you again, Mr. Wright.
I guess I should have pressed him on that.
Guess I'm gonna make that special express after all. So to recap, this ugly scene you saw was...
Right. Oh, no, okay, let's not be stupid. It was gonna be, so I split. I had a cop sirens my way out and went straight back to my office. I feel like there'd be a bit more information. I feel like we can get some information about this thing, but I don't think Phoenix is gonna ask her to act. I don't think Phoenix is gonna ask that question.
Now, one thing about Phoenix, this man does not know how to ask a question.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to take a chance to find out. I mean, we got bars. We got bars to spare. You mean you saw Glenn Elg's dead body?
I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggy bit of cloth he called a hat.
And what time was this?
I don't know.
The fuck you mean you don't know?
You know what winds me up more than anything else in the world? Watches. Round watches. Are you gonna pollute my paws with some ticking henpecker? Out of interest, Mr. Tigray, what winds you up the second most? What you think? Square watches!
Is this guy for real?
Look, all I needed to know was that something bad was going down in that place.
Yeah.
Gotta love what happens when you press him. If the place wasn't gonna be hot already, if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split.
Also, it's crackling a little bit.
Oh, on the streaming? Yeah. Not you guys, chat. I'm displaying this. I'm displaying a separate screen to Twy.
Well, Nick, what do you think?
He's running out of ways to avoid the truth. I need to press him fast before he has time to think things through. I've got to come right back at him with a contradiction.
Be careful what you press him on, though. You'll get penalized, okay?
Yeah, basically, Aiden, yeah. You nailed it right on the head as it was being said. We need to find the right thing to press, and then he's just gonna say something stupid. I want to say this is gonna be the spot. You went straight back? Did a bout of guilt suddenly hit you for what you did?
What's you trying to say? You trying to tell me you ain't never been guilty of nothing?
We all have our crosses to bear. We all have to swallow the dark secrets we hide. Like this.
The courtroom's not exactly the place to talk about dark secrets, is it?
Well, it is.
It seems you've done it again, Mr. Wright. Another irrelevant line of questioning. I must impose a penalty accordingly.
I mean, it could have been. How about a penalty for those two jokers in the garbage I keep coming up with?
Well, Nick... Oh,
Right. It's just suckers.
Yeah.
well, Nick...
Maya's just like, well, Nick, what do you think? You just told me this, Maya. Well, yeah, well, think more. Okay, so it has to be this one, then. So you didn't actually set foot inside the restaurant, then?
The tiger is a busy cat. I don't hang around for no one. I ain't got time to be caught up in no murder investigation.
So, when exactly did you pick up the matches?
There are matches just inside that front door. Our detective friend wound up in trouble with the chef after taking 5 books home.
God damn! A gumshoe? It's almost enough to make a man cry.
Poor thing.
He's been dealing with it rough, to be honest. I guess the best one we could press is this one. Oh, Oh, maybe that was the interpretation we were supposed to get. It's like we press them fast. Let's try to catch them off guard with like the timing, I guess. So the meeting wasn't due to take place at Tender Letter at all then?
The kid was making a fuss about coming into the office. It's always that way when I want to talk about repayments. Even though I got the best punching bag you ever see if there are any issues.
Maybe it's because of the punching bag that people were scared to come. So that's why you decided to meet at Très Bien.
Ah, you're going over old ground again, Wright.
Sorry.
You just earned yourself a penalty. Now suck it down.
You will suck down the penalty, Mr. Wright, and you will like it.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Ha, wow, an Animal House reference.
I know, right? It's like an Animal House reference.
I actually didn't know that was in the game. It's just a tan, Aiden. A really bad tan.
That was honest. That was everything pressed. I think.
Well.
Oh, okay. So I guess there is just something to hit him with.
It might be a spray tan, actually.
I don't exactly know what we can do about this one. I think we all know it was meant to make him orange and more tiger-like. Yeah, probably. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. Okay. Did we get this one? I'm trying to remember, actually.
I think you did.
I want to say I think we did too.
Yeah.
I broke the vase on my seat. Yeah, so he split, right? I heard the cop sirens on my way out and went straight back to my office. He didn't feel guilty over that, I do remember that. Well, we don't exactly have anything that's gonna tie him back. I don't imagine not a profile either. Hang on, let me see what they have to say again. You need to press him fast before you time to think things through. I gotta come right back at him with a contradiction. Supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. Open the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. Wait a minute, wait a minute. That'd be a bit of a stretch. Would he have been able to see anything? Oh, okay. That's what we gotta do. weird how that. Okay. Yeah, I guess yeah. Oh, yeah. If he didn't say anything, all right. You know what? I'll accept that. Yeah, that's that. I can get behind that logic. I'm not
If
too.
they show the restaurant again, it'll make sense.
Yeah. You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? Thank you, Dish.
No one escapes the tiger's clutches.
Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro myself.
And I'm something of a scientist myself. What's your point?
Oh, no, not that one. This one. There we go. And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. I think it's time we got something straight.
What's this, Trite? Straight? You? A new line of irrelevant questioning?
Yeah, just start calling him straight, Phoenix straight. These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this.
Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head.
Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back, you remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition. Okay, yeah, the way they...
Can't see that.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, but like the way they were wording it was like, I don't know, they could have probably been like, he probably went here and was like, nope. Oh, like, oh, hang on, I gotta put Maya again. Like, he would have walked over here, he would have been like, and then he would have been like right here, saw the body, and been like, nope. That's why I didn't think about it at first. But no, if he was just like right here, it was like, yeah, no, he ain't saying shit.
He said he never set foot inside and that the matches were just by the door.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. Okay, yeah, because then you get that. Mm-hmm. That's smart. Yeah, you guys like my cursor? That's the best way I can do it so it doesn't look like a fly on the wall.
Why? That's true.
Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. So, from the entrance of Très Bien, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day because you met with him.
Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday?
The letter at the perfect moment for nuh-uh.
The victim was alone at his table.
But the defense just proved that point to be moot.
That would have been an equally good time for nuh-uh.
It probably would have, but I think Wrong, I don't know, Wrong was more in there, you know? The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glenn Elg, but a fake.
What?
In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade. Charade.
That would do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn Elk and then impersonated his victim in the performance for Victor Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court. Ugh. My throat didn't clear out.
Maya Fey.
Detective Gumshoe Yuna. It's gotta be him. What was that face? Did you see the judge's face in there?
No, I didn't catch it.
he had the most dead eye, dude. He looked like fucking Joshua. That screenshot I had. The killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it.
What? Well, witness. Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger?
Yeah.
Maybe you don't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle. So I dare you say it again. Come on, you got the guts. You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigray. It's the defense. Go and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright! Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Mr. Wright, please don't leave me to handle this alone.
Perhaps I can end this embarrassment.
Mr. Godot.
Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't just see the victim. Oh, no, no, no.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
said about the Javachino, but you put something in it.
Yeah, remembered about the Javachino. Dumbass. She put some white powder in there, some cocaine.
Cocaine.
Let's go.
Same brain cell, baby.
Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee.
Poison.
Yes.
That girl is poison.
Sorry.
There we go. No, great. Perfect. Everything, man. The United States of America entrusted you. Hey, I see that cocaine bear reference. Let's go. Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack.
Found your pen at last? Ha!
I did.
Found your pen at last, right?
I just said that. Yes. It was in my pocket.
What kind of pen do you think he uses? Like a Bic Papermate?
You know how like some people like, okay, I feel like Phoenix is like the one where he's like really into the spirit like SpongeBob would, so he's got like the fancy pen. He's got the one that you have in the little
I feel like Phoenix can't afford the fancy pen. You know Godot's using Pilot G2.
Okay, let's put it like this then. It's a shoebox that he made. He opens it up and there's just a bunch of like Staples pens. He's like, this is my special one. This one's roller gel.
New tier list Ace Attorney characters based on how much they spend on their pen.
Yeah. Let's go. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, at your point, Mr. Wright.
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn Elg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show.
What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed?
Maya Fey.
Jean Armstrong.
Oh, no.
Who the hell's this?
Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender.
You's making a big mistake. Do you know who Viola's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight, if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick.
Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following.
Well, when I
Every time there's a flashback, we do something different.
There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seemed to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when the eardrum was ruptured. The radio show he was supposedly listening to a half an hour after it was over. There is only one logical explanation that clears up all these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real, and once for the show. Might as well save. I feel like it's been a bit. And Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you. Wait, what? Did I read that wrong?
No.
Okay.
Witness, what have you got to say? That's cute. Sorry? You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get to my meeting now. But I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go.
Something to think about?
You's got it all wrapped up nice, right. But you's missed out on a real important thing.
But that can't be.
I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him, you see. What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre?
What a troublemaker.
Troublemaker?
Looks like we're gonna need another one for the road.
Where you at, motherfucker? 15?
One more steaming cup of hot testimony.
Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Tribulations between yourself and the victim?
Damn, this is really just all on him, ain't it?
Yeah, I loaned El cash, about $100,000. That day, we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yeah, I win! $500,000 bucks! He got lucky, you know, real lucky. If that waitress had done what she done, everything would have been over.
Wouldn't that be beneficial to you? Because he's paying it off.
That's what he's saying.
Oh.
Saying that, like, if he didn't die, he could have claimed the $500,000 and been on his way.
Oh. I read him wrong.
Now, I see here that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Elg was $50,000. Yeah, well, you've got the VIG to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know.
That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice the principal.
And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case.
His motive? He has to have one. But what is it? Oh yeah. Well, he's either lying out of his nose or... Okay. This is on... Are we still under the penalty rules?
I think they have to repeat it every time, so...
Okay. That kid had to hit his payback date, see? Anyway, he tells me he's got nowhere to pay. Guess I might as well just press this one. The waitress. You mean
The girl with the glasses to the defendant's chair. Who else could I mean? If she hadn't got in the way, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with.
Oh, I was waiting for him to say bada bing, bada boom.
for real? Maybe I should push a little on this. What exactly are you implying that the defendant did?
How about you go and ask Four Eyes about that $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad. She poisoned Elg's coffee.
A likely theory. Your word hasn't held water lately, Mr. Tigray.
Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, Trite.
The law don't exactly agree with some of the deals I sent down. I couldn't be there when the cops showed up, so I split. I see.
Your Honor, the witness's last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee.
I concur, Mr. Godot. You will amend your testimony accordingly, witness. So, that's what you was after, Phoenix, right?
Ooh. Oh, that didn't really do much, did it?
Just change that statement, I guess.
Yeah. Are we able to press it again? The tiger's trying to pin the crime on Maggie. If I ask him about what he saw, it's only gonna damage our case. What do you mean things would have been over and done with?
Are you all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back. 100,000. Yeah. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before the waitress got in the way. As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigray had no motive for killing the victim. Well, Mr. Wright, are you happy with the testimony? Would you like it amended?
We're gonna have to amend it, huh? Yeah. I'm not going to get anywhere with the testimony as it stands. Your Honor, the defense would like the testimony amended.
Very well. Witness, amend your testimony to reflect your recent statements.
Oh, okay. I see what we're doing here. We gotta get him to say a particular wording so that we can get him with something. But what? Got him!
Bitch.
Alright. So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. L owed you, correct?
I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right.
Unfortunately for Mr. Elk, $100,000 wasn't enough to cover it, was it?
Huh?
Oh, I'm gonna need some water for this. Whew. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter, in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital, where she underwent surgery.
Where'd you get all this info?
These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million.
$1 million.
$1 million. Man, I've been saying I want to watch Austin Powers, man. Payment for these expenses was due in December of last year and was paid in full.
$1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue these HMOs.
Bro, you and me both.
No one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue.
But Mr. T. Gray had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Could you imagine in court in real life, you had to concisely summarize your witness testimony in a short, distinct sentences, and you just had to go to these half-dozen statements for the whole time you're on the stand?
That's what court should be.
And honestly, it would make things a lot more entertaining.
If court was like this, I'd be a lawyer.
Yeah. I mean, technically, yeah, it's a lot more like shotgun, like I got my my card at the ready, sort of like testifying in it.
You know what a good legal movie is that you should watch if you haven't seen? My Cousin Vinny. That movie is so good.
Now, is it because it's a good legal movie, or does it involve the lines, "What the fuck is this shit"?
No, that's actually not from My Cousin Vinny. So
Really? Oh shit!
yeah, that's from Tales from the Crypt.
He was in Tales in the Crypt?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Oh man, that must have been a really funny Tales from the Crypt episode. It's okay, David. It's not Citizen Kane either. Which face is it? Okay. Presumption of guilt would be a horrible thing. Yeah, that's why we don't do it, huh? God, that would suck.
Japan.
Yeah.
Order! 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 Enough of this side chatter! You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright?
Indeed it did. Simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini.
Did you say Cadaverini?
Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glenn Elg's life to pay your debt.
I get what he's going for, but the whole idea that in the middle of his argument, he's just like, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to convince himself.
I thought of it, so that means I'm right. Yeah, yeah, dude, he's got like a really nasty scar. That sucks. Name reveal time. My name is Justin Debarginski. Oh god.
Order! 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 What do you say to that, witness?
That's a nice little fairy tale, right? But even if the witness did need $1 million, that doesn't time to Mr. Elg's murder. Mr. Elg only owed him $100,000 and had no hope of repaying it anyway.
Yeah, that guy wasn't worth my spit.
I don't think so. In fact, the opposite is true.
The opposite?
Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But, in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elg had no way to repay the money is crucial.
What?
You know where you're going with this, Nick?
I think I
Looks
know.
like no.
Yeah. We're gonna try to bump and grind our way through this. You got to think
You
outside
gotta
the
think
Sorry, I thought that was Maya.
No, you're good. You gotta think outside the box, Maya.
outside the box.
Yeah, it's very straightforward. Mr. T. Gray wasn't after the $100,000 after all.
It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with the class? What exactly was Mr. T. Gray after?
Sorry, Your Honor, I only bought enough for me.
What's Mr. T. Gray? Oh, this bad boy. Glenn Elg was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer at that. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg put up in order to borrow the money.
Care to explain how skill can be used as collateral to secure a loan, Trite?
He had the skill to create a computer virus, and thus he did. The virus known as MC Bomber.
Is it the Rocco soundtrack, Claw of the Tiger?
Oh my god, I think it is. I love that album.
A computer virus? What does one of those do?
A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer.
A computer? What does one of those do?
I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age.
I love that exchange.
I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. Oh, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million in the black market. Mr. Tigray, you couldn't have cared less about those $100,000, isn't that right? All you cared about was one thing, the virus. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigray's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glenn Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigray knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigray would prefer to say never happened. But he can't, and neither can I.
A lottery win?
Exactly. At the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th... No, not the 11th month. It would have been funny, though. Mr. Elg won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigray with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. So we resorted to illegitimate means. Pixie dust.
That's crazy.
He murdered Glenn Elg and then made his next move to frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigray posed as Glenn Elg, while Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness.
Why are his teeth so sharp? Were they like... I don't think they were like that in the original release.
I don't know. I guess it's just like that when he's angry. It's that bit of personality. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo.
Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept in the dark about it.
But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Haven't you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigray's plan. Damn, we fucked this dude up.
You's put on a good show, Spiky.
Spiky?
If you want to stay alive the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, created a witness, and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that.
I agree.
You do?
Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out.
What? Another one, Mr. Wright?
Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite?
Ooh.
What was this trick you said Mr. Tigray performed to frame the accused?
Ooh, hold on. I gotta think about this. The other, okay, it's. Would we present the apron or? I'm guessing it's gonna be something involving fingerprints, I would assume. I'm not sure exactly, because both of them all have reaches to them, you know? That's wrong. I can feel it. Man, that was such an oral too.
And what's the relevance of that, Trite?
It's just a little intro.
An intro into what?
It seems all of this has been an elaborate trick on the part of the defense.
No, wait! Mr. Tigray did play a trick. A huge trick.
It was the same line.
Yeah, it is. Oh, fuck it. Threw me right into it. Okay. Well, if it's not that, maybe it's supposed to be this? Wow, this motherfucker sipping his coffee. Yeah, okay, same thing. Oh boy. Alright, let's see. It's weird. I would assume the fingerprints alone would have been enough, especially the one found in their apron pocket. Right? Oh, you know what? Hold on a minute. No, that's not that either.
And he makes you wait so long before you can pause.
I know, it's so fucked. It'll be even more fucked if it's that situation where, like, he does this no matter if you got it right.
I love when they do that. It's so funny.
He's not. That's not a thing, right? In this one, it's not.
In this case?
Well, at least
or in this particular question, I don't know. I don't think it is. Because I had never seen him do the two head shakes on the coffees before.
Oh, damn. Okay, this was one that we were supposed to figure out then.
Well, I didn't mean it like that. I just literally don't remember. I don't think I don't recall it.
No,
so.
yeah, no, I know you don't mean that. I know you didn't mean it like that. Oh, right. Duh. It's gotta be, I think we have to do the whole situation of it, like, making me, of like, and framing him, huh? I'm just probably grabbing the one, probably picking the wrong one. I guess paper badge. There we go. Okay. Huh. You know, funny. I thought the other one would have worked too.
Three-hit self-care combo.
A 3-hit self-care combo? Okay. Thank you, Coach.
I think it's because you had to establish, like, you found the badge at Tender Lender. Like, the magazine itself doesn't prove that he was involved.
Oh, okay. But I figured it would still work because, you know, considering it is still a bit of a stretch, you know? Oh, boy. Okay. Stretch there.
Well, remember, you specifically found the badge at Tenderlander.
Yeah. It is a bit more direct evidence. That is a good point. Yeah. But I feel like with the stretches he's making, I feel like the game could have been a little bit lenient. It'd been like, well, at least it could have been like, I'll give you another one to work with. There's something else. Like, Maya would have been like, hey, there's something better we could have worked with here. I don't know.
What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation.
Bruh. Is that a Grossberg moment?
That's a Grossberg. I don't know. I'd put it. Does he know? Does he know? Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago in this very court, you posed as me.
Right? That's
the truth.
But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you. Yeah, standing in here at this very court a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby, insignificant, adulterated defense I've ever seen.
Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man. Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him?
Hey,
Forget about it, yeah?
I wouldn't do something like that.
Not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, right? Have you no pride, sir?
You'd know all about pride, wouldn't you? This isn't a matter of pride, though. Right. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court, we deal with people's lives.
Could you imagine, like, he was, like, instead of trite, it was straight? It's like, this isn't a matter of pride, straight. God.
I think Godot is also straight, so he can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, this is the straightest man you've ever seen, besides Larry.
Yeah. That is true, that is true.
Mr. Godot is right.
Your Honor?
Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it.
No!
If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness.
Wait, hold on. Can't we now use the magazine clipping that shows his, like, there's literally a fucking picture in there.
I don't think that's a picture of the courtroom scene. I think that's like a stock photo of Mr. Wright.
Oh, God.
This
Damn journalists.
I know, fucking, the one time you want them to get the truth.
Sorry, Dish.
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. Dish is the exception. Dish is a very good reporter. Let me state that for the record.
Yeah, I agree.
The circumstance.
Distracting again.
Oh,
sorry.
distracting. Okay.
You're never gonna get to read this line.
I know, huh?
Can I read my line, please? I just want to start.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, Dish. Let me just say your work is fantastic, by the way.
We've come so far, and we tried so hard.
Wait a minute, I didn't get to say my line.
You say he impersonated Glen Elk. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee.
Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get mauled. You got that?
All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. But I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt.
Looks like I won't be needing a refill.
If I just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence, and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook.
This witness's cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigray. Hold it! Hey, it's me! It's the Caps!
Sorry. There was a meme I saw like years ago where it was, you know, that guy in my old countermeasures who comes in and was like, "Hey."
Yeah.
It had this music and it had the evidence in the corner.
Holy shit.
I wish I could find it, but it got deleted. I'll have to remake it.
Oh my god. That sounds great. Also, yes, Gumshoe!
Detective!
Detective Gumshoe!
Hey, sorry it took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this one too. Oh, I'm getting a little Brooklyn. Where is it, detective? Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence. What?
Thanks for the compliment on the work, by the way. I had to cover some hard stories this week, so I appreciate it. Yeah, Dish.
Love you, Dish.
I do know reporting is like, it's
Tough work.
Yeah, it's unsung business too, so. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing good.
Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab.
The results?
About the prints, pal, for this medicine bottle.
Oh, so do you know who the prints belong to now?
Hey, do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know.
So tell us, they're the tigers, right? I knew it.
You bet. Clear as crystal, all over the bottle. They're Furio Tigray's paw prints, all right.
That's great. We've got him now, Nick.
Is Nick doing alright?
What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick.
I know. Look, I'm sorry, this is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now.
Huh? What? Why not?
What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glenn Elg's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now.
Oh, I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I never have any use.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
This was our last chance to help Maggie. And I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. Oh, it's all right. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal.
Detective Gumshoe? Maggie? You've been working on something for me?
Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair now.
Detective Gumshoe, wait.
No, he's gone. Yeah, he fucking...
My poor baby.
Oh, no. I hate this. I don't got this gumshoe slander. And he broke the window out of... He jumped out the window for some reason.
Is there anything we can do now, Nick?
I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it. Ear medicine. January
3:04 p.m. We've been here for that long?
I guess so.
Damn, Gumshoe really took his sweet time with that evidence. Then he said an hour.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, he did. I guess when you compensate the precinct, but I don't know how.
This takes. It took 5 hours to get here to this point.
Listen, here's how it was. Okay, it was 10 minutes to get to the precinct, and then a 20-minute dump after like morning coffee, and then he submits the evidence. It takes an hour. He comes back. He has to take another dump, so that's another 20 minutes, and then he takes a nap. That's my line of reasoning.
Okay.
Mr.
Yo,
Wright.
this song's back.
It is. Ooh. Toast dump naps it different. That's true. Yes, Your Honor.
I granted you a recess so you can prepare this decisive evidence you discovered.
Yeah.
Don't keep us all in suspense, Trite. Show us. Naturally, we can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we?
Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste.
How much more of my time are you gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before, but you lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down just a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final, decisive piece of evidence to the court.
Oh, shit. Well, I guess we have to do it, huh? I can't really think of anything else. But if I say I have him beat, what does that mean in particular? Maybe I'm being crazy, but let's try this.
Quite frankly, Mr. Wright, I'm disappointed. I was wondering what evidence you could possibly produce that would sway me. I see the idiot's point. That's decisive. Real decisive. It's decisive in saying that I ain't guilty.
Come on, Nick. Don't let Gumshoe down.
I know it. Oh, okay. Okay. No, I'm just supposed to trust the plan. Okay. I thought it was kind of prompting me to be like, pick something else, and then he'll say something stupid, and then we come in with the evidence. That was my line of thinking. This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Isn't that the victim's?
Your Honor, naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. T. Gray.
What? But, Mr. Wright, What conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information?
Everyone in here knows what this bottle contains, except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark.
My prints into that fancy-looking bottle? Is that what you saying? Well, what the hell's in it anyway?
Phony trial, phony liar, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigre, this is a decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains... Oh, this is where we put it. This bottle contains potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide?
The poison used to murder Mr. L, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that?
You make a good clown, you know that?
What?
You ain't never gonna get this to stick. You just making me laugh now. You think you a chief bluff? Like that's gonna fool the tiger?
Bluff?
I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. That ain't the bottle with cyanide on it.
No. This is the bottle we found traces of the poison in.
Don't mess with the tiger or you're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown and it was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Damn, Judge, what the fuck did you eat? Whew. Fuck. Rosie put down a reverb for it for context.
I saw.
Okay. Thank you for that. And there was a yes kill. Thank you guys. Got him at last.
What? Why is everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle.
Is this the bottle you're referring to?
Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle with the cyanide. You ain't gonna find prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy looking suit fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go.
You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said?
What I said? What did I just say?
You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you should have known all the little details. For instance, you should have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this court. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. Poison.
You don't know who you messing with. I'm the tiger. I control millions of millions of dollars on the black market. You think you're gonna let some chopped up suit get the better of me?
Sure. The last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer, it was all played out by you. The biggest phony of all. Holy shit. Did he pop the lights? What the fuck?
What's going on?
It looks like a blackout.
Oh, somebody's not somebody's nuts.
Well done, Trite. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey. Hey, Polter.
Hey, Polter. How you doing, man? Hang on, everybody. I think we very much well deserve this one.
Order! Order! Bailiff, smack his nuts!
No! Who do you think you are? You can't do this to me! Ah! Ah!
Now that's what I call the best ending.
Mr. Wright, you got a tiger by his toe, and you smacked its nuts. But if this one hollers, he won't let go. Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigray, Mr. Godot?
He is being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glen Elk, Your Honor.
Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney.
Yes, she was.
And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake.
Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Furio Tigre is a truly frightening criminal.
Truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there.
Godot.
Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird. Guilty.
Or Payne. He had a W.
Oh,
Took it
yeah.
away from him.
Yeah, we gotta rectify that W, huh?
That is all. Court is adjourned. Goodbye.
Also, I realized while I was thinking about it, the hour was like after the Armstrong part of the court. I'm pretty sure, so like it actually could have been an hour.
Holy shit. Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Bolter, you just came in right at the end of it. So I think it was only deserving that since we finally got this guy, he gets his nuts smacked.
People are confused. I guess that video changed brain chemistry of several people in this team.
Yeah. One of them was me, in case you didn't realize.
Yeah. Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him.
It was not my fault! It was not my fault, Maggie! Come on! It was the
Wasn't me.
tiger!
Look, Nick, in the doorway.
Detective Gumshoe.
Detective Dumbfoot.
Oh. Oh, see ya! Wait, get back here!
Detective Gumshoe.
Oh yeah. Hey, congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
I knew you were innocent all along.
Why didn't you say that in your testimony then?
Huh? Oh, well, I was... well, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around. Wait up, detective! Oh, he just ran off.
Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles.
Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him. I smell a situation coming on. Let me save real quick.
Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick?
Yeah. Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie? You know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all of this.
I wanted to believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up.
He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts.
He doubted me, that's why. He thought I might have done it.
I've got to prove it to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom.
It's weenie time.
Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom.
But that's...
A present from Detective Gumshoe. Made with a ton of love.
He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe. I actually really like weenies, you know.
It's like a day old, Aiden. It's like, basically like, just gotta microwave it.
Same, girl.
Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know.
Yeah, the trial did drag on a bit today, didn't it?
Is it okay if I eat this now?
Aw.
Look at Maya.
Oh, she's so happy!
He's pogging out.
Holy shit, I love that photo. I gotta say, I'm saving that one, hold on. That's a really good Maya.
It's really good.
So the case of phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. Episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout. The end. A brand new episode has been added. Holy shit. What the fuck is gonna happen to that one? And it's got an Edgeworth. It's got fucking Edgeworth.
Man, as cool as it is to see that, I am kind of bummed that they don't gray out the silhouettes like they do in the original release.
Yeah, I guess that I'm guessing that's
shock.
I'm guessing that's like very like whatchamacallit, spoilery if you know the context.
Yeah, it's not really spoilery, but like,
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you could easily figure out that it was Edgeworth just from the silhouette.
Oh yeah. Oh dang, my stream's behind, so nobody knows what I said in response to "No, you're under arrest." I'm guessing it was like,
Can I eat this now?
yeah. No, you're under arrest. You cannot eat. It's fine. It's fine.
Girl, they had her in prison for a whole ass month.
Yeah, it's not like they even respect like the rules. It's like, oh, well, they're the good person, so they get the little bypass. That's what I've noticed with these ones.
Thoughts on the case. Thoughts on the case.
Wild case. Absolutely wild. It's always case 3 that just like goes true Ace Attorney mode, doesn't it? And
I suppose.
Yeah, and I'd say these ones have been pretty interesting as of recent. Like all of them have been spicing it up to a degree, right? Like there was the whole thing with like there was like the beginning case where it's like, okay, this is a Mia case. Second case was robbery turned murder. This one is the solving the case of the phony. I think out of all the 3 so far, this one was really nice. This one was really fucking cool.
I love this one. I love media that knows how like absolutely batshit insane it is and just runs with it the entire time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like Yakuza, where it's like it knows when to go like full ham and insane, and then it also knows when, like, it has a good like divide between getting the zaniness and then going back to the melodrama crime shit. It's really good.
And even like every character in this case, is just like when you look at them for the first time, you're like, what the fuck am I looking at? Except for Maggie, of course. But like every character introduced in this case is like the most over the top fucking thing.
Yeah.
Because you had Armstrong, you had Kudo, Lisa Basil, Furio Tigre.
The fucking daughter or granddaughter of the mafia. Like shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Viola. So good.
There's just a lot of fucking like characters. Like this one is really strong. I'd say like there's a whew. I'm gonna need to sit on this one, but I'm gonna say, given current impressions, this is the case that you show people when you're like, this is what Ace Attorney's like. I'll say that.
Well, most people would default to showing them one of the like super fan favorite finale cases because of how crazy the twists get and stuff like that. But like, I think at its core, when you think about like this captures the like jovial spirit of Ace Attorney.
Yeah, there we go. I think that says it pretty nicely. It just captures what makes Ace Attorney like really, like it gives it like what gives it its character. I'm glad you're finding all these great. A lot of people can't get past just getting penalties in arbitrary places. Yeah, I mean, granted, I do get those like in the moment, but then they kind of slide by. I think with this one, I've been nailing the logic a little bit better too, so I think that helps out a lot. Like, I kind of understand like the thought processes I've been going with these cases. It's not like Danganronpa 2, where a lot of them were just kind of like real big stretches. Like some of them were just like, oh, you have to catch the logical deductions there. So like a lot of these I've been giving a pass because it's just like, oh yeah, you know what, that does make sense given the context of this and that, and we're talking about this. Like, it's a lot more like the logical threads that make these puzzles have been pretty swell, and I've been understanding them.
Kojin says, I think the previous case catches it a little more for me, at least. That's fair. I held off on talking about it because I wanted you to finish the last case, but like, I'm gonna be real. I don't love the stolen turnabout. I think if you had any other defendant except for Rhonda Light, it would be such a boring case.
Yeah. But you didn't
I think Rhonda Light makes that case.
You didn't like Look At Me?
I don't really care for Look At Me that much. He's alright.
I thought Look At Me was kind of nice. It would have been funny though if he was just more like a prevalent character. Like we get his ass in a later case. We just find out he fucked up one particular case. But him being the situation in that one was like, okay, I see why. And I think it's a very creative way to go about it. That's about it.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I like Stolen Turnabout. I think it's a fine case. I just think, I'm just kind of middling on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Deadass, I think 2-1 is also right there for encapsulating the feel of the series. That one is a good, strong one. Like, if you're trying to just, like, get somebody to avoid spoilers overall, I think that one is a really nice one to throw them in. It's like...
people don't like 2-1 because the amnesia thing is like, you know, silly, but like it is a very funny case, and I'm definitely not as harsh on it as I used to be, but I'm definitely leaning more with like this is actually not that bad.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it in the context of a tutorial. If that was
Mhm.
thrown literally any other time, I would have been so fucking, what the fuck is this?
Mhm.
Yeah, first case, gotta give it a pass, basically. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think this one was fun. Like, I'm so glad I now have context for Furio T. Gray. I've heard the name, I've seen the face. Oh my god, that's so funny. I honestly thought he was somebody you met in Apollo Justice. I was honestly surprised that you find him now.
Oh my goodness, that would have been something. I would have loved to see him go up against Apollo, but
Yeah, because I mean that was my idea. That was my thinking. I was like, okay, I've seen a sprite of a particular sprite of Phoenix, and I also
Mhm.
see this random dude with Phoenix's hair. I can only think of a case that can merge these two together. That was my thinking.
Mhm.
Yeah. The only thing I'm not super big on is Big Top, and it's 100% because of that stupid cake thing. Yeah, I won't. Yeah, no, I
If
feel
you get
that.
me started on that cape, I will go all day. So I'm not
Yeah.
gonna start.
You can't prove it can't happen, but you also can't prove that it cannot happen. So I give that one a reasonable pass. But yeah, that's it.
I like the way the anime did it, though. I will say that.
Oh yeah, they kind of made it feel like a little bit more like physics wise. Yeah, you could see it happening.
Yeah, the anime really tried to do that scene justice. That's all I'm gonna say. No, I'm not gonna make you bust out the degree. We're not talking about it.
Yeah, no, that's
fine.
it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That is the end of the Big Top discourse.